This video is sponsored by VT Markets.
Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you a trade recap for a winning trade that I took trading New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. Now this was a swing trade using the 4-hourly time frame trading price action and following the trend. I'm going to jump onto the charts with you in just a moment, sharing with you my strategy step by step. But first, I just want to say a quick thank you to VT Markets who have sponsored this video today.
VT Markets are a trading broker providing access to different financial markets and over 230 assets, including Forex, commodities, indices, and share CFDs. VT Markets have some great features, giving them an advantage over other brokers, including a raw spread account, low cost commissions, live support 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, premium liquidity with less slippage, multiple trading platforms including MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, as well as high leverage up to 500 times leverage. And most importantly, VT Markets, who are a trading name of Vantage International Group Limited, are authorised and regulated by the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority, so you know that your money is going to be protected. You can open a raw spread account or a standard no commission account with VT Markets for a minimum deposit of $200. However, this is not currently available to residents of either North Korea or the United States. Alternatively, if you're not ready for a live trading account, you can open a free demo account, which allows you to practice trading in a risk-free environment. Check out the link below in the description to start trading with VT Markets.
Hey guys, so I'm on TradingView and I'm looking at New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Here is the current market for that pair. Now we're going to go back in time, but just to share with you, this section here that we're looking at, this nice uptrend, is basically what I caught out of this move. So I just went and followed the trend and managed to get a nice piece of that move. So let's go back in time and I'm going to show you exactly what I did to formulate my analysis to basically construct this trade plan. Now this trade is a little bit differently because the overall long-term trend, as you can see here, is gradually moving down, making lower lows and lower highs. However, we seem to have bottomed out here at a V and started to get a pullback, and that's why I switched to long, because in the short-term time frame, this move here is pushing up, so I was looking to follow that trend. So I marked this level because this represents the previous lower high of this push down. This is where price came down here, it made a new lower low, it pushed up here making a new lower high, and then it broke this previous low, made a new lower low. So I knew that this could be a potential area of resistance, so that's why I marked the structural level here. But if we zoom into recent price action, now this is what I was looking at, and the reason I was interested in taking the long is because price did actually break the structural level, as you can see, with quite a lot of momentum here, this big bullish green candle. Now I'll know that we have actually come back down and tested the underside of this. Breaking the structure shows that there is some strength to the buying side, otherwise it wouldn't have been able to violate that previous structure level. So that's why I was looking for a long, because we violated the structure and because the short-term trend was up. So where do you actually get in to place that long? Well, let's do a little bit more analysis here. So what I was quite interested in was looking at the very low of the point here. I used this as my starting point for my fork to help frame price. And I utilised some other tools to help me to gauge the best entry for this trade. So I used my fib extension tool here and I looked at the previous pullback. So I went from the high of that move to the low and I applied that to the most recent high here. Now as you can see, this produces a line here which is a measured move of the previous reaction leg, and it also coincides with some structural levels here where we had price, if I just zoom in a little bit more, we had price consolidating underneath, we got a breakthrough, and then we also had a retest of this level a couple of times. It rejected, price held and pushed higher. So straight away this looks like a nice line to look for an entry long. So let's just move the candles on a little bit here. Price came down and it tapped that level that we marked, and I was quite interested in that because we'd arrived at this point, but first I've got to see how price reacts at that level. It breaks it a little bit and the buyers come in pushing price back up, but I wasn't totally convinced yet because we are still consolidating around this level. I was looking for some more clear signs before I got into this long. Price came back down to that level. And then here, this is where I got really interested in taking that position because we had a beautiful set of mirror bars. So as you can see, if we zoom in, price is consolidating here. And then we had this red candle pushing price down, and straight away we had this green candle form here, which pushed price straight back up. In fact, if you look at the bottom, there are no lower wicks on that green bar. Price just opened and went straight up. So it shows that the sellers came in and the buyers came back in and took control. Now this is quite a nice pattern here at this level that gave me the confirmation to set this entry for a buy. So I set my order just slightly below current market price, just looking for a retest to get in on that. So I set a buy limit order, and for this trade I was using a 60 pip stop. It's quite a large stop because I wanted to give the trade room to move. I'm using a 4-hourly time frame, so I wasn't looking for this to immediately hit my target straight away, so I wanted to make sure the trade had room to move. My stop was basically just underneath the structural level here. And then for a target, I was aiming for the top of this fork, so I was aiming for the upper median line for a target. I believe I set my target at this level here. So it's basically just breaking the high of the swing, and then I was using the upper median line of the fork as a gauge for a profit target. And this is a nice positive 3-to-1 profit loss ratio, so I'm effectively aiming to make 3 times what I'm risking on this trade. So as this 4-hourly candle closed, I got in here as price was surging up. And as you can see, price just continued straight up in a very nice, strong, bullish momentum. As we hit the high here, we had a little bit of consolidation, and at this level, I decided to bring in a profit stop just underneath this level here. Just trying to lock in some profit just in case price did turn, but fortunately, it didn't come down to my profit stop. My profit stop held, and then price pushed up higher, hitting my original take profit. And just moving that on to present moment, you can see that price didn't actually push much further past my take profit. So I feel like that was a really good point to set my take profit. I got a nice win on that trade. And price does seem to be holding this level actually. If I extend the structure out, the previous level we've broken here came back the same length as this reaction leg where I got in for a push up. And now we've made a new high here, and we seem to have pulled back to the structural level, which seems to be holding. So there we have it. That is my trade that I took on New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Just reading price action, plotting structural levels, observing the way the market is moving, whether it's moving up, whether it's moving down, utilizing some advanced tools, the fork and the fib extension tool, and generally just waiting for the momentum to help steer me in the right direction in the market. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to hit the like button below, and don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.